Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping into something really central, the five hindrances. These are seen as the big obstacles to, concentration and wisdom.
That's right. The sources we're looking at, like the Ugattara Nikaya, they're very clear. These aren't just minor issues. They call them turankai, the defilements of the mind.
Defilement. So they actually corrupt the mind's ability.
Exactly. They make the mind weak, kind of unusable for the job.
Mm.
You can't get into that deep concentration, the done that you need for real insight or tat chiak.
Okay, so if you're trying to meditate or even just think clearly, these are the culprits.
Pretty much, they stand right in the way.
And let's list them out. We've got sensual desire.
Kamduk,
Ill will.
sanham,
Sloth and torpor. That's kind of a heavy one.
honchum tamin, yeah. Drowsiness and dullness.
Then restlessness and remorse.
Trokuhukwa, the jumpy mind.
And finally, doubt.
Huahing, yeah, paralyzing doubt.
The texts have this amazing analogy, don't they, about water.
Oh, it's perfect. Really vivid. It helps you grasp how they obscure things.
Right, like trying to see your reflection.
Exactly. So sensual desire is like water mixed with bright paint. You can't see through it.
Okay.
Ill will. That's like boiling water. Agitated, turbulent.
Makes sense. And sloth and torpor.
That's like water completely covered over with algae or weeds. Stagnant.
Ugh. Okay. Restlessness.
Wind-tossed water. Constantly moving, choppy. Impossible to see a clear image.
And doubt.
That's like water that's just thick with mud. Murky, unclear. In every case, you can't see yourself. You can't see reality properly.
So let's dig into the first one. Sensual desire. Tim Duck. It's more than just physical lust, right?
Yeah. It's any really strong wanting, any craving that grabs your attention and won't let go. The texts say it comes from Filitaki.
Improper attention.
Yeah, basically paying attention the wrong way. Focusing only on the tenth, on the beautiful features, the attractive surface of something or someone.
So you're selectively seeing only the good bits.
Pretty much. You ignore the less glamorous reality, and you just feed your mind this idealized, incomplete picture. That's what fuels the desire.
So how do you counter that? What's the practical advice?
Well, the core practice is guarding the sense doors. Funkokaken. Being mindful of what you let in through your eyes, ears, and so on.
Being watchful.
Right. And then consciously shifting your focus. There's that story about King Udana.
Oh, yeah.
He asked Venerable Pindola Bhardvaja, how do young monks stay pure with temptations around? The first suggestion was, well, see women as mothers, sisters, daughters.
Okay, a conceptual shift.
But apparently that wasn't quite enough for a mind already, let's say, stirred up. So the deeper advice was contemplation of the body's nature, specifically the 32 parts.
Hair, teeth, skin, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Looking at the body in a less romanticized, more clinical way, it breaks down that beautiful facade we tend to build up. Guarding the senses stops the input. Contemplation changes the internal view.
Okay, moving to the next big one. Ill will, sanhan, anger, resentment.
Yes. And the antidote here is really direct. Cultivate loving kindness, Tutam.
Because they can't exist together.
Not in the same mind moment, no. It's like light and dark. You bring in kindness, the anger has to recede. But what's really interesting is how the texts frame it.
How so?
It's less about anger is bad, morally, and more about, well, how incredibly self-destructive it is. It's almost a logical argument against it.
You mean how it helps your enemies?
Precisely. It lays out these 7 ways an angry person basically does their enemy's dirty work for them.
Like what?
They become physically unattractive, they sleep badly, they lose their wealth, their reputation suffers, friends abandon them, and ultimately it leads to bad future states.
Wow. So getting angry is like handing your enemy a victory.
That's the point. Why would you do that to yourself? It frames anger as fundamentally illogical, a form of self-harm.
Okay, so those are the fiery ones. What about the others? Sloth and torpor, restlessness and remorse, and doubt. They feel quieter, maybe sneakier.
They can be, yeah. Hontramtumian, sloth and torpor, that mental heaviness or drowsiness. The cure is tinkan, arousing energy.
Oh, just decide to have energy.
Well, part of it is recognizing the danger of that state, but practically. Change your posture. Get up, walk around, go somewhere bright. Or cultivate the tuning, the perception of light in your mind. Fight the darkness with brightness, literally and metaphorically.
Makes sense. And the opposite problem, the mind that won't sit still. Restlessness and remorse. Trakuhikwa.
Yeah, the agitated mind, I may be worrying about the past. The key here is developing tranquility, so antin kutam, basically concentration practice.
Is that where the buffalo analogy comes
Yeah,
in?
exactly. Your mind is like a wild buffalo just charging around. You need to tie it to a sturdy post.
And the post is?
The object of your meditation, often the breath, and the rope.
Mindfulness.
Mindfulness. That steady, gentle awareness that keeps bringing the mind back again and again until it gradually calms down.
Okay, last one. Doubt. Huaoyum. Not healthy questioning, but the kind that stops you in your tracks.
Right. Paralyzing doubt about the path, the teachings, your own ability, the remedy, nilitaki.
Proper attention, again, like with desire.
Similar, but here it means shifting attention away from the uncertainty and actively placing confidence in the foundations, the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, the triple gem. Stop questioning the car and just drive, essentially.
So pulling it all together, these 5 are the main gates we need to get through.
Absolutely. If they're blocking the way, you can't reach concentration, you can't gain wisdom. The path requires constant vigilance against them.
Like that other analogy you mentioned, boiling water.
Yeah, it's a great one for practice. You can't just heat water for a bit, then stop, then heat it again and expect it to boil. You need sustained effort.
Continuous heat.
Continuous practice. These hindrances don't take breaks, so our effort can't either if we want to make real progress towards liberation.
And the sources leave us with a really potent final thought, don't they, about knowing versus doing.
It warns that just studying the teachings, even mastering the texts, isn't the same as truly living the Dhamma. That requires practice, solitude, really working with your own mind.
Knowing the map isn't the journey.
Exactly. So the question for you listening is, what does living according to the Dhamma, really tackling these hindrances, actually look like in the middle of your busy everyday life? Something to think about.
Please follow the channel to update your Buddhist knowledge.